So you're back up and running. Tell me how you got there.
Well, we're going to start production tomorrow at the Dearborn Truck Plant on our great selling F-150 trucks, and then we'll start on Kansas City on Monday. And really a Herculean effort by our whole team. You think about a fire and explosion at a casting facility, not something you can restart overnight. And our partners have been great in helping us get back up and going and moving the 19 dies all over the world and getting the plant back up and running.
Well, let's talk about those dies just for a moment. Just indulge me here. As I understand, there was I read 87,000-pound die you had to get to London, and so you found an Antonov, which is like one of the largest cargo planes in the world. I think there's a video of it here, to ship it over there. Is that true, and how did you get that done?
That is true. There's only 21 Antonov planes around the world. We got one shipped over. It landed in Columbus, actually, because it needed a runway long enough to be able to land. These things are, really big. And so we were able to get the 87,000-pound die for our Super Duty truck, actually our F-250, F-350, the best-selling trucks on the heavy-duty side. And we had to get the big crane to get the die out, then ship it down to Columbus on a flatbed, then load it into the Antonov plane that ships over to the UK, and then do the reversal, unloading out of the plane and getting it into a plant over there. Took us about 30 hours in total door-to-door, and usually it takes about 7 to 10 days just to get approval to get something out of the countries and into the UK. So a lot of help from our government partners as well to make this happen in a little over 24 hours.
So, Joe, as we both said, the F-150 is really important to the Ford Motor Company. We'll put a graph up here comparing it to other comparable models and shows how successful that it is, the F-150. Tell us about how much profitability you tie into the F-150 at Ford.
Yeah, well, we don't give out profits by product lines, but just to put things in perspective, the F-Series trucks alone in North America have revenue greater than the whole company of Coca-Cola or Nike, over $40-some billion. So that gives you some perspective of the size of this business and how much, we had to rally the troops to get everyone excited about getting this back up and running, which we were really proud of everyone's work. So it's no secret that the F-Series trucks are a big contributor to our bottom line at Ford Motor Company, and that's why we're so excited to have the production starting up tomorrow and through the weekend.
So, Joe, you're going through at Ford Motor a real transformation with your new CEO, Jim Hackett, and a real redirection under Bill Ford. One of the things that you've said is you're really going to, if not entirely get out of the car business, largely, you're going to be in SUVs and trucks. That's as a strategic matter, and certainly the profit margins are higher in those. Does this experience with the F-150 and the problem with the plant illustrate a vulnerability in the strategy, that if you put all your eggs in that basket, you are vulnerable to whatever market changes or physical changes might happen?
Well, it's a great question. We don't feel that way. I mean, these black swan events happen every so many years in the auto industry with the capital-intensive business that we have. But you can see how we quickly were able, within a little over a week, to get production back up and going. Consumers have been moving to SUVs for over 10 years around the world, and now cars are down to about 30% of the market in the United States. They were 50% just not that many years ago. Consumers want fuel efficiency and affordability, but they also want the flexibility and higher ride height that comes from the versatility of an SUV. So we want to give them both of that. We want to give them those options. And over time, body styles change. That traditional view of a roof, a hood, and a trunk has morphed into lots of different things. So we're going to give them what they want and give them the great fuel efficiency that goes with it.
Yeah, I guess I'm just old-fashioned. Just final question. I know you had to shut down the plants, I think, for a couple of weeks. You say you're going to make one back in July. When you get all said and done, are you going to be okay on the F-150? You're going to make as many and sell as many you think as you would have? Is it just a matter of timing, second quarter versus third or fourth?
Yeah, definitely going to be an effect in the quarter. As we've said, there's a 12 to 14 cents per share effect in the second quarter, but we're holding to our full-year guidance of 145 to 170 a share because we can make up a lot of the F-150 production. We had planned 2 weeks of downtime in July for our shutdown period. We're now asking the employees to just take one down week, so that 1 week will help us make up a lot of the F-150 production. And we have a lot of other efforts going on, as you noted, to reinvest in where we're going in the business, but also work on the cost of our. So we think we're in good shape for the full year. We had 84 days supply of F-Series trucks starting off in May. It was a spring selling season, so our dealers have plenty of F-Series trucks. We can make the needs of all of our customers, and we'll get that supply replenished here quickly.